Amal Yassien, and in this video we will present our project for the Embedded System course. The purpose of this project is to help the workers in a factory be more productive by automating the process of keeping track of the product numbers going in and out and their type. The components are 2 IR sensors and 1 color sensor and an LCD display.
Hello everyone, I am Soha. Now I will show you how we could make the 2 infrared sensors that we use in our project work. Okay, as we have only one lane, our lane can work in 2 directions. I can work by the objects can pass from sensor 0 to sensor 1 and the other direction from sensor 1 to sensor 0. Okay, as we have 2 cases, I will explain to you the first case and my colleague Amir will explain to you the second case. My first case is when the object passes from sensor 0 to sensor 1. Okay, first of all, my object will start at sensor 0, so I will raise a flag. I want to change the counter I want to change the counter of my products unless I just can pass through sensor 1, 2. So when I start at sensor 0, I will pass, I just will raise a flag. I will detect the color of the object as we can detect three colors, the red, the green and the blue. I will pass after detection the color, and when I pass through sensor 1, I will just increment or decrement the number of my products I have.
My name is Amir. I worked on the programming and the wiring of the second infrared sensor. As we are calculating the number of objects going into the lane and the number of objects going out of the lane, the same lane, it was important for us to determine the direction of the moving object. While an object passes through the second infrared sensor, we have 2 cases. If it has already been detected by the first infrared sensor, and the second case, if it hasn't yet been detected by any sensors. In the first case, the object must be passing into the lane as it has already been detected by sensor 1. And in this case, we don't increment the number of the objects going into the lane as the object has already been counted while passing through the color sensor. In the second case, the object must be going out of the lane as it hasn't yet been detected by any sensors. And here we wait until the object passes through the color sensor to detect its color, and then we increment the number of objects leaving the lane according to the color detected by our color sensor.
Hello again, I'm responsible for the wiring and coding of the color sensor. So the wiring goes as follows. You have the ground pin is connected to the ground node on the breadboard. Also the VCC is connected to the VCC node on the breadboard. As for the out pin, it's also connected to the Arduino board. Now moving to the coding part, take as an output the S0 and S1 and S2 and S3. The S0 and S1, they are the ones responsible for determining the output frequency scaling. And in the code, we chose the output frequency scaling of 20%, hence I need to set the S0 to 0 and the S1 to 1. For the S2 and S3 are responsible for which color I need to detect. So when I want to detect red, S3 and S2 are both 0. When I want to detect green, they are both 1s. And when I want to detect blue, the S2 is 0 and S3 is 1. So when the IR sensor detects an object, I need to start to detect colors in order to ensure color precision.
Hello, my name is Mostafa Gohar and I was responsible for the wiring and coding of the LCD display. We have 11 pins, 2 voltage and 2 ground. The first voltage is connected to the backlight and the second voltage is connected to the LCD display. We have 4 data pins used to send data to the Arduino board. So we have 3 pins, RS, RW and E. E is enable, RS is register select, and RW is whether we read or write. So RW is always set to 0 to the ground because we're only writing to the display. We also have pin V0, which is connected to this variable resistor. This is used to set the contrast of the LCD display. So in the display code itself, we have the red, green, and blue types of products. We display each variable we have 6 variables in our code. Whenever 10, the 0 will still stay here, so we clear the display every time a value changes to be able to display it accurately. And we will now show you how the project works altogether.